Hi, friends. Thank you for joining me in the unfinished workout. Why am I doing these things? I'm doing these things pretty much to show you how it's done before you reach what we call success. I'm going through this program because in the near future I'm going to be doing lectures around town and around the United States, Puerto Rico as well, and I want to learn the basics and even dive deeper into how communication works and speeches, and it's just really something that has fascinated me since I was a little kid, when I remember standing up in front of the couches and my sisters and talking like I was talking to the masses. And it's something that has inspired me and something that I always wanted to do for in my life. Y siempre me ha gustado hablarle a las masas, pero nunca he aprendido cómo hacerlo correctamente. Y en este viaje estamos todos juntos para que tú veas cómo se cometen errores antes de que yo llegue al éxito. So, I'm bringing you into this journey because I want you to see everything that goes in and all the mistakes and all the human things that happen before I go in to speak to the masses. And that's the main thing why I want to bring you into this journey with me, pretty much to see the human in me. And happy Thanksgiving in way in advance because I know it's coming soon and I will be talking to you right afterwards. Hi, Ceci. Hola, Josian. Hola, Ceci again. And some other people that I know that are around there and watching, they're in the quiet. So it's good. So today I'm going to be answering your questions. So I'm going to start with that. A little bit ago, I was just giving you a little bit of a background of what are we doing here. So the first question that you sent is, and I really enjoy these moments because I get to feel like I'm really interacting with you. So the first question is, HIIT workouts, are they effective as going to the gym and doing old school cardio weight workouts? Well, I'm actually a fan of it, especially for the age where I am, where I recommend the higher intensities that you do as you age with longer rest is very beneficial for you as we rest, as we tend to touch into our hormonal system and challenge ourselves that way. These workouts are high interval, intensive training, I think it is. Sometimes as you age 30 or older, I would like for you to rest a little bit longer in between the exercises. But I know you have someone probably screaming on your ear. Hola, Cassandra, JFO. That you got to do these things with a certain amount of time. So, I'm just letting you know it's better for your age group of 30 or older to do the high intensity workout, but take a little break. But I love those workouts. I think we should keep moving, and it's great for us. Estos workouts, la pregunta es de unos workouts que hay de alta intensidad. Yo le estoy diciendo que de edades de 30 y mayores deberían hacer el workout de alta intensidad, pero también que cuando descanses que sea más largo el tiempo para que puedas recuperarte y seguir. Pero son tremendos workouts para que tu sistema hormonal despierte y tú cojas el beneficio de moverte y del ejercicio. So, I hope I answered your questions there. And moving to number 2. Está Julio por ahí. Saludos, Julio, Cassandra. Second question, what is the best kind of breakfast to eat before a workout? This is an amazing question because I think I'm way different about these things for this reason. I don't know who came up in the world saying that you should eat pancakes, eggs, and bacon for breakfast. You actually can eat them anytime. So for breakfast, what you're going to eat, I'm a fan of metabolic typing, which is more of a customized nutrition. So we need to find out, and I've been thinking about this. I think with you guys, what I'm going to do in the near future is to send you the questionnaire, the basic one, and then eventually I send you a list of foods that you can pick from. And then that way you have a pretty good idea as you're being so loyal to me, coming here and supporting me. I want to, I'm going to commit to you. We're going to do that in the near future. I'm going to send you the questionnaire And then that way, questions like these, you know exactly what to do for your specific type. You know, some people convert food into energy faster than others. Some other ones convert food into energy slower than others. And some other ones got some variations there that we will go through when I teach you that part. To answer your question, you can eat whatever you want. I sometimes eat soup in the morning or the leftovers of the night before. So it really depends how you convert that food into energy. So for some people, don't like to go too heavy in the morning. For some people, like to go heavy in the morning, like myself. I actually balance my sugar levels, and I have a better day that way. I feel more awake. I don't even need coffee. I just eat very dense, and then it carries me through like almost till lunch. So la pregunta es ¿qué se debe comer antes de hacer ejercicio? Yo tengo un proceso en que llevo a la gente que se llama tipificación metabólica, que es comida, pero un poco más para parear con tus requisitos particulares, cosas que tú necesites como tú como ser humano. Y eso varía. Hay gente que convierte la comida en energía más rápido que otros. Y otros más lentos que otros. Y otros pues son variables. Ya de esos hablamos. Me comprometí con ustedes de enviarle un cuestionario básico para que tú puedas experimentar y saber qué son las comidas que más te benefician a ti basado en tus propias contestaciones. Ahí vas a saber perfectamente qué vas a comer. No sé quién comenzó en el mundo diciendo que tienes que comer huevo, tocineta o pancake por las mañanas. Eso tú lo puedes comer cuando sea, no tiene que ser por la mañana. Y también puedes comer, por ejemplo, yo pues algunas veces como sopa por las mañanas o algo más denso, una comida más densa que me ayude a balancear mis niveles de azúcar y me lleve más horas sin tener hambre y así disfrutar de un día lleno de energía. So, esas son las cosas que quería compartir contigo con esta pregunta. So, thank you. I hope I answered your question. I think I did. Third question. What is the best kind of... No, this is the same one. We're moving on. Oh, I'm reading on the... How do you get the motivation to come back to exercising after taking a long break? Well, first of all, everything begins with a thought, right? You just got to do it. It's just like pretty much what I'm doing right now with my life. I wanted to go into this communication skills improvement, and you find the people and you go for it. So it takes a thought. Go and walk. Let's begin with the walking, as the first thing that we lose is our cardio. Our cardiac health is the first thing that goes away. So walking is really powerful, even though it looks like many older crowd, geriatric training usually goes to walking. So don't feel like that they do that because they're old. They do that probably because they're working on the foundation of their workout, and then that way they can build up. So, la pregunta es que cuál es mi motivación para comenzar a hacer ejercicio antes que yo tome un descanso largo. Pues la motivación comienza con tus pensamientos, y con tus pensamientos pues se crea la acción. Voy a hacer esto, voy a sentirme mejor. Usualmente yo recomiendo que comiences caminando, porque el caminar, aunque siempre lo vean las personas mayores haciéndolo, el caminar es algo bien poderoso porque te estás balanceando en una pierna a continuo, ¿verdad? Continuamente estás caminando y balanceándote en una pierna. Comience con eso, porque lo primero que pierdes es la parte de salud cardíaca. El corazón te va y te sientes como winded, sin aire, y de ahí pues comienza. Pero el pensamiento es lo primero que te va a llevar. Hopefully I answer your question. Pienso que contesté tu pregunta. Y seguimos. What should you eat with traveling? This reminds me for sure. I just made a commitment to you to send you the questionnaire. And what I'm probably thinking is that we probably put it online. And then that way you have it, you can screenshot it and have it, answer it. And I will like make the commitment to you. You send me the answers. I give you your type, and then we'll go from there. So that way, you always, even when you travel, you can always look for those things that are beneficial for you and how your body is asking for that and how to recognize things like that. So, la pregunta es, ¿qué yo me como cuando estoy viajando? Pues, como ahorita yo me comprometí con ustedes de enviarle el cuestionario, que lo podemos poner aquí, y tú le puedes hacer un screenshot y de ahí tenerlo, pues entonces de ahí tú vas a saber qué es lo que tú vas a comer cuando viajas. Porque yo sé que es un poquito más de reto comer afuera de tu casa, pero al saber las cosas específicas que puedes comer y que te beneficias tú, pues ahí ya vas a saber qué es lo que vas a comer. Entonces, se hacen las cosas más fáciles. So, hopefully, I did answer the question to you. So, moving on. Arnaldo, saludos. Traveling and only 20 minutes to work out, and hotels don't have a gym. A normal life, this is when calisthenics play a huge role into your life because you're going to use your own body weight. I have a video that I posted like maybe a couple of months ago where I like to warm up everyone that works with me with squats and push-ups. If you only increase the sets of that warm-up, that's actually a workout. So you can go to like 6 sets of 25 air squats. That's going to pump your heart rate up. And then you go 6 sets of 15 reps of push-ups, and that's a workout by itself. When you travel, that's actually might be good enough and for what you do, because usually if you have 20 minutes, it's because you're pretty busy. But this is probably going to take you 10 to 15 minutes, even less, okay? So remember, you're going to work out to the point when you feel like you're burning, and then you can like go down and you rest, and then go up and you burn, and go down and then rest. Remember the age, keep the age in mind. If it's 30 or older, then just like you need a little bit more of longer periods of resting. So, la pregunta es que tú estás viajando, tienes 20 minutos para hacer ejercicio y no hay gimnasio. Pues yo posté un video hace unos cuantos meses en el que yo te expliqué sentadillas y push-ups. Y creo que te di 2 sets en eso, que es lo que yo uso para hacer el calentamiento de todos mis clientes. ¿Por qué yo hago ese calentamiento? Porque es el que encontré que usas diferentes coyunturas al mismo momento y te pompea el corazón más rápido y podemos aprovechar el momento. Coge ese mismo workout y añádele 4 sets más. Son 6 sets de la sentadilla y los push-ups de la misma cantidad de repeticiones y eso lo vas a sentir. Eso es lo que vas a hacer mientras viajas, ¿ok? Y no necesitas un gimnasio, lo puedes hacer en tu cuarto. Y de ahí lo que te venga a la mente también. Usualmente a la gente le gusta hacer abdominales porque se sienten que están comiendo mal o se sienten que están un poco inflamados en el viaje, y la gente siempre le gusta pues acostarse en el piso y hacer sus abdominales. I was also explaining that many people like to add some abs workout when they are traveling because they feel like they're not eating correctly, and usually people go and lay down on the floor and they crunch their life to it, and they feel guilty the way they eat in their trip, and they go. So yeah, you can do add like 6 to 7 sets of 15 reps of your abdominal muscle and crunch it, and then that becomes part of your workout. Also remember to do the back part of the body, which I can also show you in the near future with some back exercises. I think I have a video coming with some back exercises coming, so you'll see that soon, and you can use it for your traveling, and you don't need any weights. So, Alexis Barbosa, saludos. Moving on. What is the best treatment for muscle spasm? Well, it varies. You can do some things with your hands yourself. I usually go from going maybe a little bit deep from the origin to the insertion of the muscle and creating forces to meet in the middle. But I think you're referring more to like the physiology of it, which is probably you're going to get rid of it by drinking lots of water. Usually muscle spasms happen when you lack electrolytes or you're dehydrated. Those like rule of thumb kind of thing that always happen when you get muscle spasm. Espadita, saludos, gracias. ¿Qué hacer cuando te da un espasmo en el músculo? Pues para irnos un poquito más hondamente, pues va a ser algo de, si te sabes la inserción y el origen del músculo, pues usualmente uno va desde si es el hamstring, por ejemplo, detrás de la rodilla y la batata, y tú vas empujando con tus manos hasta que lo llevas al medio. Eso ayuda a que puedas curar, sanar ese espasmo en esa situación en particular. También muchas veces cuando pasan las cosas de espasmo es que estás deshidratado o deshidratada o te faltan electrolitos en el cuerpo, que son pues, minerales, o no comiste bien, o no bebiste mucha agua, y esas cosas pasan. Porque esta pregunta pienso que se están dirigiendo más a la fisiología del cuerpo. Moving on to the next question, please. Dayanara, hola, hi, good morning. What kind of detox I recommend? That's there's so many out there. I like to be specific with these things, so if you like send me a direct message, I can ask you some questions and be a little bit more specific of what you're looking for, because there are different kind of detox. They're like liver detox, they're intestinal detox. Usually I send people to a website to do the intestinal detox, and if it's needed. But nowadays, if you are referring to the basics of it, we can stay just with the marvelous, amazing celery juice. If you have a juicer, you can use celery and create your own juice if you like it, because the taste can be a little weird. So what you do is you can add an apple or two into the celery juice and it will taste a lot better. Me están preguntando cuál es el mejor detox que tú puedes hacer. Eso depende. Yo dije, pues tú me puedes enviar un mensaje directamente a mí y yo te ayudo y te pregunto otras cosas que pueden ser más específicas para ti especialmente. Hay diferentes clases de detox. Hay de hígado, hay de intestino. Hay que saber qué es lo que quieres hacer y por qué lo quieres hacer. Pero si quieres hacer uno, intentarlo, que te va a ayudar no solamente a intestino y al hígado, pero también a tus células, es un jugo de celery. Si no te gusta el jugo de celery, le puedes añadir 1 o 2 manzanas y eso le cambia el sabor y ahí pues lo puedes hacer. También also something that help you in the process of detoxifying yourself is lemon water in the morning on an empty stomach. So that's something you want to try starting today. It's still early to try it, so you can do that. También una de las cosas que te puede ayudar para hacer un detox es agua con limón por la mañana con el estómago vacío, y también te puede ayudar con el hígado, que es lo más importante. En mi opinión, el hígado es más importante que el corazón porque ese filtro es bien necesario, pero esa es mi opinión. I have a question here on Instagram. Best alternative exercise for traditional squats? Well, we got so many. I like to stay within the primals. So you can do things like lunges. There's another primal movement that you can do. Push-up is primal. The other ones, pushing, pulling, deadlift, which is the one I'm going to be posting pretty soon with the waiter bow and things like that. So if you don't like squatting that much, or you have some kind of pain, then you can descend the exercise by having some other stuff to support yourself. But if you can even do that and it bothers you, maybe you want to try some descended version of the lunges and then begin from there. Lunges are amazing. They're very functional. Many people need them. Usually we complain about them because they're really hard, but the harder it is, many times it's the more work that you need to do with those. So, sí, hay otras cosas que hacer, más que la sentadilla para un ejercicio. Existen los lunges, existen los push-ups, existen alar, empujar. También te voy a enviar otro ejercicio que es lo del waiter bow, que también haces como un deadlift sin pesas y le puedes añadir pesas también. Si tienes alguna restricción con tu sentadilla, tú también puedes hacer de bajar la intensidad de ese ejercicio y hacerlo aguantando el counter o una mesa. Igualmente, si te molesta y te quieres mover a los lunges, pues puedes hacer lo mismo, también bajando la intensidad de ese ejercicio. También. Saludos. Moving on, what are the first signs of fatigue when doing cardio, and when should I stop? Well, this is by the book, but usually as I gain experience with this, it's like I like when you're doing cardio, it depends. Let me backtrack. The cardio usually is like if you can talk while you're doing your cardio, is too easy. Okay. So, for example, the very first question of today was, what do I think about HIIT workouts? I love that for cardio as well, and please don't think that every time we say cardio, you gotta go for a run. Just kill yourself that way. You can also access your cardiac health and help your heart through doing cardio with weights. It's a little bit more advanced, but in situations like HIIT, you probably don't want to do cardio after that kind of workout because you already accessed that. So it's like a win-win there. So that's something to think about. So if you can have and hold a conversation when you're doing your cardio program, it might be too easy for you. So you got to go at it. I mean, the huff and puff a little bit, but I like the idea of like going up and going down, going up and going down, because the way you work your heart is like you work any other muscle. And you don't do bicep curls for 5 minutes in a row unless you're doing something specific. So keep that in mind, and that's the way to do that. La pregunta, los primeros signos de fatiga mientras estás haciendo los cardio. Bien. En mi opinión y por el libro también, que estoy muy de acuerdo con eso, cuando tú estás haciendo workout y tú puedes tener una conversación, ese cardio workout está bien baja intensidad. Cuando tú estás haciendo cardio, tú deberías llevar siempre pues tu corazón a alta intensidad y después bajarlo y lo trabajas como mismo estás trabajando otros músculos del cuerpo como si fuese el bíceps. Tú no haces millas de bíceps, y tú no haces 5 minutos de bíceps. Pues así tú vas a trabajar también tu salud cardíaca. Tú vas a ir para arriba y después vas bajando y lo trabajas exactamente como cualquier otro músculo. Al principio de este live show yo contesté una pregunta de los workouts de alta intensidad. Esos son buenos también porque puedes hacer cardio mientras haces pesas y ahí matas 2 pájaros de un tiro y no tienes que gastar más tiempo en el gimnasio o afuera corriendo, como la gente siempre se cree que tú tienes que hacer cardio. Tú puedes acceder tu cardio y tu corazón con pesas también. Así que eso es una asignación que tienes, cómo lo puedes lograr. Hola Joel, saludos. Moving on to the next question. Isn't this like a pretty cool thing? You get to see me all the time, but you get the question there. That's pretty cool. So, are plant-based diets good for all athletes? Well, once again, I'm a fan of metabolic typing. I am a huge fan of the body. Always will ask you for what you need and what the environment provides you. I know that nowadays it's a little bit harder because we have so many options, right? We can eat strawberries when they're out of the season. And we can do that with many other kind of foods. So that throws the human beings a little bit away. So plant-based, okay, they're good. But this is what I find out myself. Sometimes when you want to do all the plant-based, you still, which I find it kind of funny, you still kind of crave or want to eat some kind of meat. So now they have all these box burgers or box turkey or box whatever. You can find anything to mimic the meat that you want to eat, that you're probably craving, but because you want to go plant-based, then you're going to eat these like lab-made foods. And I don't know about that, just full of soy and canola oil. Personally, I cannot do canola oil. It bloat the heck out of me. I start burping, my belly pops out. So I know that's a sign that that's not good for me. I am a fan of plant-based if you're going to do it the right way, which means it's like almost vegetarian, right? So you access the vegetables that the Mother Earth supplies to you, staying away from box stuff that was made in the lab. Usually when it's made in the lab, they have to put on the boxes it's enriched or fortified because they already stripped down the food or they made something else to put in there. So they actually by law have to put some nutrition in there back into the food that you're gonna eat. And then it's not how the body actually intended to consume that particular meal. So I love the plant-based stuff if you stay plant-based. But if you're going plant-based not to eat just meat and then you crave the meat, then I have an issue with that because actually it throws you off. As you're trying to stay healthy, you're not getting healthy. You might think you're getting healthy, but it's not the way it works. The food's ready to metabolize and convert food into energy, not lab-made stuff. So, la pregunta es, and that applies to athletes. I think athletes should become experts on their body because that's number one tool that they use to do what they do. So, what I challenge my athletes is that I wish they get to the point where they fire me because they know enough about themselves that they don't need me anymore. So that's with all these answers that I gave you. So I also educate people like I'm just doing with you now about the box stuff and all those things. So if you're craving it, it's because you have a need for it. So you have to pay attention to your body. It's perfectly made. It comes from perfection. All you got to do is pay attention to it. And I know nowadays it's a little bit harder because they throw so many things in there that numb your feeling. So it's your job to get back to it. Que si estas dietas basadas en plantas son buenas para los atletas. Te contesto para atletas y contesto para todos. Pues sí son buenas, pero si vas a estar comiendo el hamburger y el pollo sintético de caja por sustituir los antojos de carne que necesita tu cuerpo en este momento, entonces yo tengo problema con eso, porque esas cosas no están preparadas para metabolizar con el cuerpo, no es una comida. O sea, que si te vas a ir con una mesa, con una dieta basada en plantas, que sea exactamente eso, ¿ok? Usualmente la gente lo hace porque se quieren hacer un detox o quieren limpiarse o escucharon que es lo mejor para tu corazón y todo eso. Lo entiendo. Si te quieres quedar con eso y te funciona y te balanceas tus niveles de azúcar bien, perfecto, trátalo. Pero puede ser que todavía tengas unos antojos de carne o del animal, que todos estamos en diferentes necesidades nutricionales. Esto no es un trend, todos estamos en diferentes estados nutricionales en los que necesitamos el beneficio de la carne animal en ciertos momentos. Y recuérdate que esto es un ciclo cerrado orgánico en el que todo se apoya. Las plantas, el animal se come la planta, tú te comes el animal y todo se apoya. Entiendo pues que son dietas que existen y que la gente las quiere tratar, trátalo y tú vas a hacer tu mejor juez. So, I think I have another question here. Eduardo Rodríguez. Mira, si para perder peso, lo mejor que hay es hacer pesa. Tú puedes hacer el cardio para tu salud cardíaca, ¿verdad? Que es bien importante, pero si tú quieres perder peso, hay que hacer pesa. Porque primero, dura más que el cardio normal y te va a beneficiar más y te vas a sentir mejor, no solamente porque quieres hacer cardio y quieres perder peso, te vas a sentir mejor porque el músculo siempre está buscando ser tonificado, es la naturaleza del músculo y te vas a sentir mejor. Pero si quieres hacer cardio, lo mejor que vas a hacer es, en vez de correr maratones, vas a correr repeticiones, que siempre lo vas a ver como las repeticiones. ¿Te acuerdas? El cuerpo de, por ejemplo, de Ben Johnson, no tan buen ejemplo, como Carl Lewis, vas a ver ese cuerpo de un sprinter comparado con el cuerpo de Peco González. Entonces ahí tú vas a quién se ve más saludable, quién se siente más saludable. Ahí está tu pregunta para contestar. The question was, what was the question? I answered in Spanish and then the best workout to increase your tonification and to lose weight. I say it's weights. It's been proven it's weights. But also, if you want to do cardio, then what you do is just do sprints instead of like running for long periods of hours. When you run for long periods of hours, you get into this aerobic state where your body it's not going to lose weight because its bodies always want to have the attempt and the idea of staying alive. The body doesn't go into this trend of like, I need to lose weight for the summer. The human body always wants to stay alive. So the more the longer it is your cardio, the more fat actually. And there's been research showing this. It's not just me saying it. They call it the aerobic chunky syndrome, where they study people that do long periods of workouts, like these aerobic workouts to lose weight, and the body actually accumulate more fat for survival than to lose weight. So do weights and run sprints, and that's the best way. Moving on, what is the best ways to stay flexible as your age? As simple as it sounds, stretch. There's so many kind of stretches. I like the contract relax technique, which is, for example, like if I'm gonna stretch my forearm, then I go ahead and hold it, and then I contract pushing this way, but I hold it, and then hold, and then release, and I stretch it. I find that that's the best one for me and for my people, because I can increase range of motion faster and keep it. So if you do that every day, you'll be able to have like amazing flexibility. And it's also been studied that you want to do it at night before you go to bed. Lo mejor para quedarte saludable en la edad que tú estás. A mí me gusta la técnica de la contracción y relajación, en la que tú te vas a, si yo quiero estirar este músculo, yo lo doy para atrás y yo lo empujo para acá y lo aguanto, lo estoy haciendo contracción, y después relax y lo empuja, y esa es la contracción y relajación. Y yo lo uso porque me ayuda a que la range of motion se estire al momento y que dure. Los mejores tiempos del día para hacer esto es por las noches. También hay estudios de investigación en los que te ayudan a reconocer todo eso, pero esa es mi opinión también y estoy muy de acuerdo con eso. So, a estirar. Moving on. Is there anything I can do to improve recovery time? Yes. I just spoke about sprints instead of doing like long cardio programs, sprinting. So the more stress you put into the body, that's how you're actually going to work in your recovery time, because you're exposed more to that. So you go high, and then you can take a stopwatch and then take your heart rate at the moment when you're done. And then a minute after that, you just do it again, write down that number, and then keep doing that in a month, or maybe even less. You're going to see that while doing the sprints, you're going to improve your recovery time by doing just that. That's the way to do it. ¿Cómo tú mejoras tu recuperación? Pues como mismo estaba contestando en la pregunta pasada, hace el ejercicio súper fuerte, vamos a hacer que estás haciendo repeticiones, corres bien fuerte, paras, te coges los latidos del corazón con un reloj, 1 minuto, y así antes de un mes, quizás una semana, ya tú verás que desde cuando paraste de correr hasta que comenzaste otra vez después del minuto, vas a comenzar a ver la mejoría en recuperarte. So, moving on. Is there such a thing as optimal weight? The question can come from you probably went to get a physical. They did this BMI, which is body mass index. Completely outdated. I've had many conversations with doctors and nurses about this, like why is this keep being the norm for people in the United States and maybe around the world. So this came up, the BMI came up only for women in the past, and now we use it for both. So it's kind of weird if you're looking, like what is optimal weight based on BMI techniques or tools. Because if you're using, for example, me, and I'm right now 195 pounds, but I'm 5'8", so I'm obese. So nor I behave like an obese person, nor I feel obese, and I can exercise freely. All those 3 things, obese people, serious, don't have the ability to do that like I do. So with just that being said, I'd rather do the body fat testing that way. So your optimal weight, it's a feeling where you feel that you can perform any activity that you're going to think if you feel winded or not. This goes a little bit deeper. I would like to be like a little bit more personal when it comes to this and why the question was asked. So optimal weight is something that we need to, feel it more than anything. And you're going to feel it on your joints, on your being, on your breathing, and go from there. So you also have to remember, like I told you before, that we have many body types. And so we also need to investigate what type are you. If you're like skinny by nature, or big bone, or mesomorph, endomorph, ectomorph, which I told you before. So what is optimal for that? It's a homework for you to find out. Where do you feel better? So la pregunta es que ¿cuál es el peso óptimo? El peso óptimo, si me estás preguntando por que fuiste al doctor y usaron el BMI, que es el Body Mass Index, y hacen esto que es la estatura y el peso, eso está bien outdated. Yo he hablado con doctores y con enfermeras y hasta ellos mismos se vacilan entre ellos porque eso está bien atrás. Esto comenzó, lo de la BMI, eso comenzó usándolo solamente para las mujeres. Hoy en día se usa para los dos. También eso está mal porque el hombre y la mujer son diferentes. Somos iguales, pero es diferente. Cuando entrenamiento y nuestro sistema hormonal también es diferente. Si estás basando esta pregunta en el peso óptimo que te toca a ti, acuérdate también que yo he hablado de diferentes tipos de cuerpos que ya tú naciste. Está el ectomorfo, el mesomorfo y el endomorfo, que eso ya lo habíamos hablado antes. Y qué es lo que tú eres y qué es lo que te siente óptimo para ti. Es más como un sentir tuyo en el que no te duelen las coyunturas, en el que puedes respirar bien. Y ahí vas a averiguar qué es lo mejor para ti. Ese es el peso óptimo. Basado en esta pregunta, sin hacer ningún examen y sin verte en persona y el por qué la pregunta. Hola, hi. Moving on. Is it discipline or better habits which lead to a healthier lifestyle? Well, I mean, isn't like just kind of both are like the same thing, because I was teaching a class last week about this a little bit, like, how you get different messages right through your senses from the top. And then I had this stick man drawing where everything goes to the conscious mind and you get all these messages, right? And why you give permission to enter your subconscious mind, which is who you are and your habits, then that's what becomes your habit. It's what you let enter into your deeper self and make it more yourself, what's going to show in your body. So it's really back at you. It's the permission that you give to the words that you hear in order for you to live your better life. So that's how you build the better habits. It also brings some discipline. You can hear words like, for example, you are amazing. And if you believe you're amazing, you're going to take that word and you're going to dig into it and make it yourself. And for that is discipline. But that made your habits and it became you, which is what you see in your body. Hi, Matthew. La pregunta es que si la disciplina o los mejores hábitos te llevan a una vida llena de salud y vitalidad, que me gusta decir eso mucho. Yo estaba enseñando una clase los otros días en la que yo tenía este muñequito en el que todo lo que tú llegas a través de los sentidos, los ojos, el tacto, escuchar, tú le das el permiso que eso entre a la conciencia, y desde esa conciencia, que esos son todos los pensamientos que te llegan, puedas entonces tú decidir qué es lo que tú vas a llevar a tu subconsciente, en lo que se convierte en tu hábito. Te lleva a la disciplina a que tú puedas aceptar esa palabra, y la disciplina te lleva a que tú puedas entrar esa información entre tu subconsciente, y de ahí que se convierta en tu cuerpo, quien eres, que tú eres hoy. Así que esa es la contestación de tu pregunta. Hola, Samari, saludos. Moving on to the next question. Why do I feel like I'm going to fall asleep while I work out? Yesterday, I have a really good friend of mine that sent me this picture of someone fell asleep in the gym. This unfortunately happens a lot because when you do machine training, it actually have no neuromuscular activity. There's nothing, you are not challenging your survival reflexes while you do the workout. there's a time and place for this, usually for rehab, but also people don't understand that this is a huge danger, not for yourself, but others, because in the gym, there are like tons and tons and tons of weight that you're responsible for lifting and putting down. So when you see someone that is almost falling asleep in the machine, first of all, the workout is not good for that person. They don't know what they're doing. They're distracted, and it's so easy that you fell asleep. So there's no neuromuscular activation in the muscle. That's why I'm a huge fan of functional training, because we should be training ourselves to fight or be friends with gravity, so we can actually go through life and chill even more and have a healthier and happier life that way. La pregunta es que por qué algunas personas se sienten que se van a dormir cuando van al gimnasio en una máquina. Es porque no hay actividad neuromuscular, algo que los rete en ese momento para que ellos puedan entrenar y estar despiertos. Estas máquinas son esenciales para algunos tipos de rehabilitaciones, pero para hacer un workout donde tú quieres ser saludable y sentirte mejor, tú tienes que hacer entrenamientos funcionales, en las que yo soy un fanático extremadamente de eso, porque es tu oportunidad de entrenar para que le puedas ganar a la gravedad que siempre te está jalando para el piso. Por eso el ejercicio funcional es mejor. Y por eso tú ves a mucha gente en el teléfono y que se quieren dormir en las máquinas, es porque solamente están poniendo tiempo en el gimnasio y no están haciendo ningún tipo de actividad en la que su parte neuromuscular tenga reto y los haga trabajar, y por eso pues la gente se duerme. Además, es un peligro también tener todas estas pesas, toneladas de pesas en el gimnasio, y tú no estar muy pendiente de las cosas. Estás en peligro tú mismo y poniendo en peligro a los demás. So, I think that was the last question. I really enjoyed this. I really feel like, we're here together and that you're listening to me. Thank you for challenging me as I move along in this journey of bettering myself, my communication, the way I speak to you, the way I speak to the masses. And soon, in the near future, you'll see some cool things that are coming. So I'm moving forward. I'm living a life full of success, which I feel it. And this is my definition of it. I can feel it. So happy Thanksgiving. Be thankful for your life, for your feelings, for every result that you get. And then go from there and enjoy with the family and friends, and be in peace. I wish you the best. I'll see you next Friday at 9 a.m. And I think that's it. So me quería despedirme de ustedes. Que tengan un feliz día de acción de gracias con su familia, lleno de salud y vitalidad. Que seas agradecido por tus sentimientos, por la salud que tienes y por tus resultados que tienes al día de hoy, que es el producto de tus pensamientos y lo que has pensado y lo que has hecho hasta el día de hoy. Thank you very much. You have no idea. Thank you for supporting me. We'll see you. We keep seeing each other in the journey. Bye for now.